Hey guys, it's Teagan here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through a 30-minute dancer workout. We're going to have the first 20 exercises on the floor down on our mats. And then for the last 10 exercises, we're going to come up to standing and get our heart rate a little bit more elevated. I'm really excited to share this workout with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And as always, before we get started, please hit that subscribe button. It really supports my channel and to help it grow. And if you did enjoy this workout, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below and share it around. All right, let's get started.
So we're going to be starting on our side today with legs bent at a 90-degree angle. Start drawing circles with the knee of that top leg, making sure the movement is generated from that top glute. You should really squeeze that glute when the knee is drawing back. So as you can see, I'm resting on my forearm with the elbow directly underneath the shoulder. We also want our core to be engaged throughout, and it should just be that top leg moving. Everything else should be still. Let's keep that knee up in the air and give me some pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Moving on to knee slides, we're going to bring the knee forwards and backwards. Really drawing the leg back and feeling a big squeeze in the glute as the leg moves to the back. And making sure you are pulling up through that shoulder joint and not sinking into it. You should also feel the oblique start to engage now as you draw that knee forward. So drawing the knee back, I want to finish off with some pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Moving on to lateral raises, we're going to straighten the top leg and lift it up, making sure the knee stays facing the front so that we can really target the side glute. So yes, don't rotate the leg so that the knee faces the ceiling. You want the knee to face the front, and so the leg shouldn't be able to go super high. So that side glute should really be burning now, but let's keep it going with some quick pulses. So keep that leg lifted and just short, quick pulses. That's it, feel the burn. Good job. Moving on to elevated clams, you want to use that bottom glute now to drive the hips up, and then open the knee of the top leg and reach the arm to the ceiling as well, and then close and lower. Making sure again you are pressing up and away from the shoulder joint. You don't want to be sinking into the bottom shoulder or the neck. That's it guys, give me one more, lifting those hips up, opening the knee, closing and coming back down. Good job. Now we're going to be repeating that entire combo to the other side now. So moving to the other side and starting with our knee circles. So drawing big circles with the knee of the opposite leg now, feeling it all in that top glute, and once again making sure the elbow is directly below the shoulder. Let's finish it off with some quick pulses again. That's it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on to knee slides again, drawing the knee forwards and back and keeping our core nice and tight so that's just that top leg moving. Now keeping the leg behind, let's do those quick pulses, really squeezing that glute. Pulse, 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 and back to our lateral raises. Keeping the knee facing forward and using the glute to lift the leg up. Give me one more lift and then we'll move on to our pulses. So keeping the leg high and just quick short pulses, squeezing that side glute. That's it. Moving on to elevated clams again, driving the hips up and then opening the knee and arm and then back down. Pressing up through the shoulder with our core engaged always. Okay, giving me one more, lifting the hips up, opening the knees and back down. Okay, now we're coming on to our elbows and knees and we're going to start with some donkey lifts. I'm saying lifts and not donkey kicks because I really want you to think of that mind to muscle connection and using just the glute to raise the leg with control. It can be quite easy to tune out and make these lifts easy, but if you really focus on lifting the leg with the glute, you can feel a nice burn. Finishing with the leg raised and pulsing it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And now we're going to move on to the opposite leg with our donkey lifts. Thinking of the core as well through these donkey lifts. So once again, it should just be that leg moving. We don't want any kind of swaying or anything happening. So keeping the leg in the air now, squeezing that glute. Let's pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching legs again, we are going to move on to rainbow lifts, keeping that mind to muscle connection, using the glute to raise the leg up and tap the right corner of the mat, and then lifting the leg again and tapping the left corner. Keeping that leg lifted now, and give me 10 quick pulses, squeezing that glute as much as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And onto the opposite leg now for our rainbow lifts, making sure to keep that core engaged. Give me one last rainbow lift, and then we'll finish off with our 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Now I want you to move into a low plank position, so still staying on our elbows, and we are just going to alternate lifting each leg behind us. We want to stay as still as possible while switching legs, so not swaying too much or rising or dipping the hips. So once again, make sure that core is engaged, drawing the belly button towards the spine and squeezing the glute as you lift each leg up. Okay, give me one more lift on each leg. That's it. And now we're going to come into a high plank position. So onto our wrists, we're going to alternate drawing the knees in big circles. So start the circle by drawing the knee to the opposite elbow and then across to the other elbow and back, and keep switching legs. Okay, let's do one more circle on each leg. That's it. Now from this plank position, we're going to lower all the way to the ground, then squeeze up into a Superman position, drop back down, and then press back up to downward dog. And repeat that flow. So shifting our weights forward into a plank, slowly lowering to the floor, squeezing up into Superman, back down, and then pressing up through a plank into a downward dog position. You should start to feel a nice burn in the shoulders and back now, and really make sure you're squeezing those glutes in that Superman position. Try and see how slowly you can lower to the floor from that plank position, so not just collapsing down, but really lowering slowly and controlled. Good job, guys. Let's keep working on our upper body by moving into a hover position. So instead of a tabletop position with the knees on the floor, I want you to have your knees hovering just above the ground. You're then going to raise your left arm in front of you, then draw a half circle with the hand down to your hip, draw a circle back up, and then switch sides. This movement requires a lot of core stability to keep you from rocking and swaying when you switch sides. So you guessed it, engage that core to keep you stable. Okay, so by this point, our arms should be on fire. So let's move on to our backs now for some abdominal work. So you're just going to do some diamond leg lowers. So with our feet together and the knees apart, touch your toes to the mat and then lift them back up to a 90-degree angle. Keep that flow going, focusing on your breath and our lower abs here. Okay, giving me one more lower, tapping those feet to the mat and back up. Nice, let's move on to some controlled sit-ups. So straighten the legs and have the arms above the head. Slowly sit up and reach the arms towards your toes, feeling a nice stretch up the back of the legs, and then slowly lower back down. Inhaling on the way up and then exhaling as you slowly lower your spine to the mat. Okay, give me one more. Inhaling on the way up, feeling a nice stretch on the legs, and slowly exhale as you lower. Let's move on to some glute work. So we're going to do single leg glute kicks. So lift the left leg into the air and then press up through the heel of the right leg into a single leg bridge. And you really want to squeeze that right glute. Then we're going to flex the foot of the left leg as you lower it, and then point the foot as you raise the leg back up, and then drop the booty back to the floor. And repeat that again, staying on the same leg the entire way. So pressing up through the right heel into a bridge, slowly lower the left leg with a flexed foot, lifting it back up with a pointed foot, and then lowering your hips back down. Keep that nice flow and rhythm going. Okay, so now I want you to stay lifted up with the left leg pointing up, and we're going to do some pulses, squeezing the right glute. Pulse, 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 pulse. That's it. Now we're going to move on to the other side. So this time pressing up through the heel of the foot to squeeze that left glute into a single leg bridge, lowering the right leg down with the flexed foot, and then pointing the foot on the way up and lowering the hips to the mat. Keep that nice flow going. Okay, let's finish this off with those pulses again. So keeping the right leg raised in the air and squeezing that left glute, pulse it out. What a nice burn. Good job, guys. Take a quick sip of water and we're going to move into some standing exercises now. Now that we are standing, let's get that heart rate elevated a bit by doing these front kicks. So a slight bend in the knee as we kick the leg up, keeping our spine nice and long. You don't want to hunch or contract too much as the leg lifts up. Try to use those lower abdominal muscles to lift the leg up and keep in control as you lower the leg. So we don't want to just flop the leg down. Keep the neck nice and long also when moving the arms up and down. You don't want to hunch the shoulders when the arms are up. And take small, quick exhales with every kick. Giving me 2 more kicks. 2, 1, good job. Our heart rate should be quite elevated now, so let's move on to some squat pulses with an oblique crunch. So have the feet about hip width apart with the weight in the heel. We'll do 3 squat pulses and then come up for an oblique crunch, touching the knee to the elbow. Back to our squat pulses and oblique crunch to the other side. And let's keep repeating that combo. Good job, guys. Let's do 1 more of those. Pulse it out. A final oblique crunch. Good job. All right, moving into a deep plie position with the arms above the head. Let's just pulse it out here. So keep those hips nice and low, and you're just going to do small pulses here. Arms are above the head, so you should feel a slight burn in the shoulders. And keep that core engaged, of course. Okay guys, give me 10 more pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, your thighs should be on fire after that. Let's keep it going with a lunge to deadlift combo with a dancer twist, of course. So with the left foot in front and the right leg behind in a lunge position, you're going to transfer your weight over into the left foot and let the right leg lift behind you into a single leg deadlift and then lowering back down into a lunge. You are really going to have to engage your core to keep your balance here. And I want you to have most of your weight in the heel of the left foot during the lunge and then transferring the weight forward as you come into the deadlift. Okay, last one here, lunging into that deadlift. Nice, guys. We're going to repeat that to the opposite side now so that your right foot will be in front with the left leg behind. Really focus on engaging that core here to keep your balance. This is a tricky exercise, but just focus on that core engagement and it's really going to help you find your balance here. Give me one more, guys. So a nice deep lunge, feeling a hamstring stretch in that deadlift. Good job. Now we're just going to do some arabesque lifts. So drawing that leg behind us and bringing it back in, pulling up nice and strong in that supporting leg, and just create a nice flow here with your breath, breathing in and out, lifting the leg up and in. Nice, guys. Give me 3 more lifts. 2. Last one. Okay, keeping that leg up now in arabesque. Let's pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now we're going to move on to front kicks now. So just lifting the leg up in front of us, pulling it back in, once again having a nice strong supporting leg and just floating those arms up and down. Giving me one last kick now, and we're going to finish with 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, that was a burner. Moving on to the other leg now for our arabesque lifts. So lifting that leg behind us, feeling a nice squeeze in that glute. Once again, a strong supported leg to keep your balance. We want that core engaged and just those arms nice and soft, just floating up and down. Final arabesque lift before we do our pulses. Keep it up, squeeze that glute. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on to our front lifts now. Raising that leg up, feeling that quad engage, and make sure you keep the core engaged for your balance. Give me one final kick before we move on to our pulses. So keep that leg high. Let's pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, my quads are burning after that. So for our final exercise, we're just going to do these slow and controlled alternating curtsy lunges. You don't need to rush these, just control and lower into that curtsy lunge. Try to keep your hips facing forward in the curtsy lunge. Don't twist them off to the side, and that will really help to engage the side booty. Also think about keeping your weight in the heel of the front leg, and that's also going to help engage the glute during these curtsy lunges. Give me one more curtsy lunge to each side, really sitting back into that heel. And before we're finishing up, we're going to do 10 pulses each leg. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this workout. We're just going to finish off with a quick cool down now. So just relax, feel that stretch, and I'll see you guys in my next workout. Have a beautiful day.